Hey guys, it's Chords again. Wanted to go ahead and show you something that I told you about in the last video, which is the champions. Though they're not released yet, he expects hopefully to have them out this weekend, which I'm dying to kill one. This is just an overview. Pause the video, you can check it out. But the nice things I want to point out is that he's going to guarantee 2 loot drops, a minimum of blue. I believe that's what he's saying there. They have a high rarity chance, that higher rarity chance of than normal mobs, which means they have a higher chance of dropping uniques, I believe. I may be just misreading this, but they also are powerful, and that's the thing I want to note on, because that's really what I'm looking for. Is I'm looking for more of a challenge. Like I said, the warrior is unbeatable. Once you hit level 22, you have 2 heals, you have a debuff that takes the monster's damage from 55 damage to 5 damage. You have a killing blow. You have a dot that you can put on them, so you can and your skills are all run by rage, so you can actually spawn 4 monsters, debuff all 4 of them instantly, and put that dot on all 4 of them instantly, and you're just it's just crazy. So I need a challenge, and this is it. The champions. Um, as you can see, I believe below where it says bad news, which the only bad news is that it's going to have more defense, intelligence, tire resist. Also, they receive 1 trait, which at a point down here he says that once it is put into the once level 99 is put into the game and you're playing on harder difficulties, they will have a chance to have 2 of these abilities. To me, if, say, Lord Nagafin was to spawn, which would be a level 60 mob, I mean, if you're going by EverQuest standards, level 55 mob, and you're level 50, you're fighting that champion who's gonna be really hard to kill. He's gonna have spawns with him. This is what I want. I want him to have 3 abilities to use on me: fire breath, which would be the fire enhanced, which would have high resist to fire and also have fire attacks. Also, I would want him to have the ability to fear, which is something that he had, which if you played EverQuest 1, especially back in the old days, you remember running into lava because everyone was feared. That's what I want. I want fear, I want fire damage, and I want him to have the ability to just tear you up, and you just have to work through to fight and beat him. So I've wasted enough time. Let's go back to leveling. We've already used 3 minutes. We want to try to get in at least 15 minutes of gameplay. So let's go ahead and continue on. I believe we were level 6 or 7. Level 6, we got our new heal. So let's go ahead and keep that fighting going. We don't want to kill level 1s. We want level 6s. We want to be doing the damage. Also, I'm going to stop using the mouse for this because it's actually faster if you use the hotkeys, which is 1 through 5. And then to do the next line is shift 1 through 5 and so on. So we're going to go ahead and keep these going, try to get that heal up because we're already losing health here. He's down to 20%. We'll go ahead and spawn another mob. Okay. So some of the things I'm hoping for in this game. He said in the future he plans to actually add depth to the zones, which means that you'll be able to travel through the zones. That's something that I'm really looking forward to, because if you can travel through the zones, um, then that means that each stage you could be fighting those different level monsters. Like if you were in Upper Guck, you'd be fighting the low level mobs in the first stage. You would be able to fight the second level mobs in the second stage, which is where you have a lot of your rare um, rare mobs, and then you keep going in. Finally, you get into Lower Duck, and you start out with just those undead froglocks that are at the beginning. Going a little bit more, you have the icebone skeletons, you have the gargoyles, you have the spiders. Go in more, you have the assassin and the sup, you have the executioner. I'm just saying, this is what I want for this game, and that's something that he's talking about. He didn't say that those are the exact things that he was going to add, but if he adds those, I'm just saying, this is gonna be crazy to just have those abilities, to be able to grind through a zone like you used to be in EverQuest. The level 99 thing, I think that's great. I just think he needs to do it in different sections. If he's going to be raising the level, I think he needs to add level 60. He needs to add Kunark at that point, add Ixar, add and just add those zones that we can go to. That way we can get that gear. We have Vishen Peaks. We can fight dragons. We can get it's just awesome loot. Then go to 65 or 70, and we got Vilius. And those are the three expansions I care about. Though, if we have Vilius, we have the Tower of Frozen Shadow, we have Kale Drakiel, we have Sky Shrine, we have the Western Waste, we have Saren's Grotto. Just so many great places you can go. Then, if he does add, say, Luklin or Plains of Power, we got Berserkers we can add to the game. We have Beast Lords. We have Karen he can add to the game. So he can do it so many ways. But if he goes on the actual EverQuest timeline with his leveling system, which I don't think he's going to do, because like I said before, it is a Diablo-based game. So I don't expect it to go down like that. I'm just saying that it would be nice if it did. So we'll see how that works. But so many things he can do with this game, and so many things that he has planned. He plans to have every spell have a graphic, I believe is what he was talking about at one point. Also, he wants to increase the different types. He also, I don't know if you see here, let me go ahead and pull it up. I know we have two monsters that we're fighting. We need to keep casting, and I keep using the mouse on, like I said, that I would. But right here it says quest completed, epic quest completed. I'm ready for that. I'm just rare mobs. This is going to be your champions, I believe. Though it could be your the uniques. I just don't know. I'm just crazy about what could be happening with this game. We're about to level. That's awesome. Let's keep on going. Keep on trucking. We want to try to get to 50 as fast as we can, but we want to also be able to do the best we can. Now, I want to show you here. This says 3 verses every 6 seconds. Let's go ahead and do this. This says that it adds verses. So we're going to go ahead and click over here. It's still 6 verses. This is the only song I've seen that isn't affected by Salos. So if you're playing and you're wondering what's going on, it's because it's a heal song. That's kind of like a power spell. So I think that's the only reason he hasn't boosted it. But he's going to see this video, and maybe that's something that he'll fix or change. I don't know. But he is listening to us. This is always an in-development game at this point. So if you see mistakes going on, like you see that the damage isn't working correctly, or anything that you're having problems with in the game, post it on the website. He's working with us to try to get this to be the best game it can be. And don't be shy. Like I said before, we had the issue with the bank cheating. We've also had issues where some spells aren't working the way that they should be. Also, just all kinds of things that have changed. Gear, he's had to fix different gear stats. Like when gear was implemented, uh, there was monks were cloth instead of leather, rogues were leather instead of chain, and I think a few others were the same way. So if you see things like that, definitely let him know. We want to get this game up and going as fast as we can, but he can only work as fast as he can. But if he doesn't know about these bugs, then he doesn't know to fix them, and he's fast about it too. Like I said yesterday, I told him about that bug. Last night he got it fixed. So we just need to keep working with them to get these bugs fixed up. Let's keep leveling. I know I'm talking a lot, just trying to get a lot of thoughts out of my head about the future of the game. Some other things that he's talking about for coming out soon are just updates to the game as far as visually. Whenever I first started this game, the stats went up automatically. Now we have gear. Gear has to increase the stats. He's had to add a whole gear system, which is nicely changed. Also, this didn't used to work before. He's fixed this. It's working. The shading is nice. This wasn't here before. Also, on the inventory, the way these pop out, that wasn't there before because he had a box up here that gave the stats. So that came out. Then it was affecting being able to put gear in here because they were covering these. So it's nice that I don't know if this is his full-time job, but I know that he is working his hardest to get this thing up to where he wants it to be. So I'm not even killing things. I don't know what I'm doing here. Let's get these things killed. We should be finding a rare monster soon, just because that's how it usually goes. Once you get into these levels, you start to see them. I know with my warrior, I was killing a rare every, I don't know, every 10 minutes, just because of the zone I was in. Um, the nice thing about the different zones is if you were to start out in Everfrost, Everfrost um, has two barbarians that spawn, and they are both unique, or are both rare, which drop uniques or rare items. So it depending on also just some information if you're wanting to start out a new character, zones you might want to think about if you're wanting just gear alone, like to gear up. um, Everfrost is the one that I always go to. Nectarless Forest is a great one because once you get around level 9, you have Golee. He's a halfling druid, and he's unique. He spawns so many times that it's just crazy. But because I don't loot anything except for uniques, they don't always drop uniques. They drop rares most of the time. Uniques are just it's a rare thing for them to drop. But with a rare mob, you will always get a rare loot. It's a rare. It's a low chance that you'll actually get a unique out of them. Trying to concentrate here. Sorry about that. Well, I try to get a few things up. I think that secret is probably, yeah, it's the highest on this board right now. So we definitely want to keep our buffs up with these higher level mobs. Our healing is doing well. We're not getting below 80%. And let's get that heal back up there. Go ahead and pull another. Get our doc going. As you see, we haven't even touched him, and he's going to die in a minute. I want to try to get another to spawn soon, because this is level 4. It's going to die fast. I know I have a lot of pauses in between. That's a problem. um, what I need is topics for this. So if you have a topic that you want me to talk on, let me know. I'll definitely talk on that topic. This is my second channel. I'm actually a poet. That's one of the main things I work on all the time. So you can talk to me about poetry if you want. Maybe I can even write poetry while we're talking. I'm an on-the-spot poet, so that's just something that I do. And there we go. Some other changes that I wanted to talk about in this playthrough. So I wanted to talk about the run feature. Again, with the whole no deaths thing, I also want to keep from having to escape from battle. Though I doubt that's going to be possible, because escaping is just something you have to do sometimes when you're not getting anything to happen, you're not doing enough damage, they're not dying fast enough, and you're about to die. You try to run. Some things he's changed is that he made it so that if the thing that you're fighting is rooted, stunned, or mez, you have a higher chance of running. And I don't think it actually... Oh, see, you have a 32% chance of successfully running from battle. That increases depending on what's going on with what you're fighting. So you definitely want to... if you need to run, you definitely want to get those... going on the monsters that you're fighting. Bards get the ability to mez the target, which keeps them at bay while you're fighting another monster. You also get the ability to charm a monster, so one monster is fighting for you while you're also fighting another monster. Just some nice things that you get later on that make this character just really hard to not like. So let's try to get at least 1 or 2 more levels. I know we're getting into the 18-minute mark, but let's try to at least get a few more in. Or at least this level. I think we've already leveled once, so maybe we can get a spell this round. And I did preset the map. I don't know if I told you last time, but I don't play online. I don't have an internet connection at home. So I actually go to where I can connect to the internet, bring up Nevergrind. Then if I'm going to play a character like this, I know I'm going to be in this zone, but when he levels, I want to be able to go to another zone. So I go to the map, and I go to that zone. So I have upper Guck set, and I have lower Guck set. So that I will be able to continue on through these zones. Now, I'm recording a lot of this on the same day. I love playing this game, so I might run out of material and just be silent. I'm not going to try to do that, but... that's why everything seems consistent, is because I finish recording, I do any kind of editing that I need to, check out how the video went, and then I start recording again. Of course, I'm going to have water next to me next time, because my throat is dry from talking. So, just to let you know about that, it's just that, something that I'm trying to get through these as fast as I can. I may be posting two every couple days, but they will be probably two on the same day. At some point, I hope to be playing 3 or 4 characters at a time and be posting every day. But we'll see about that. Again, I don't have internet at home. I have to go somewhere else to actually post those. Uh, and we leveled, and we didn't get anything. We do definitely get something at level 9. I don't know if it's dodge or if it's another song. I think it's going to be Bruceful's Bellow. I know I'm saying that incorrectly. But we'll go ahead and finish this video here, and we'll continue on in a little bit. Thank you again for watching. Leave comments and subscribe. Have a great day.